Hey guys, sorry you will not be able to see my face this time around. My face is really not in the best shape right now, but hopefully that gets better soon. But with that out of the way, let me get right to the point. So this video is it's me talking about some situations where, let's say you have a gift, you have a talent that helps make you stand out. Like, it's a talent that you have that you also use as a hobby. Like, let's say you're a great artist, or you're a great massage therapist, or musician, or whatever, and some people will ask you to do a favor for them that makes you uncomfortable. And this kind of goes back to that video I made about people pleaser issues and learning to say no when you need to. This is related to that, but in the sense of people wanting you in a one-sided friendship and only want you for what they want. They see the talent you have in action. They see the gift you have, and they're like, I can put that to good use, but only for what they want, and they befriend you for it. It's a one-sided friendship, and they'll just keep using you just for what you can do. And there are some people who will do that. I mean, it's pretty rare, but it can happen wherever you go. And I can't tell you how many times, something like that has happened to me as well. So we all got to be super careful about whom we meet, especially online. They see us display our artwork, or they hear our voice acting, and they're going to ask us to do something that eventually it'll just drain us, because who knows how often they'll ask you to do them favors. Like, it will just drain us of our energy, or maybe the context will be something that you're not very comfortable about. And yet that goes back to that people pleaser issue. You might think, what if I say no, what if they get upset? And that's when we need to learn to say no. If we don't feel comfortable about them using us for something that only they want, and the context makes you uncomfortable, you're going to be, you should say, I'm very sorry, but I cannot do this, and give your reason, because, this does not make me feel comfortable in the sense that blah, blah, blah. And most times, the other person who wants to use you will get upset, because you said no, because you finally, stood up to them, and they can't use you anymore, and they start slandering you. And it's happened to me in most cases. So that would be the best time to just cut that person off. Cut them out of your life and move on. All right? Put your talents to better use that makes not just everyone happy, but make yourself happy as well. I mean, for sometimes, taking a break from that talent, from using that gift, is okay. You need to relax, you need to settle, you need to give your hands or your head a nice rest. And then, when you feel comfortable about going back to your work, then that's the time to spring back into action. Now, I'm going to give a little example to kind of compare and contrast with. And that example is, yes, it is going to be fictional. And yet, when I saw the movie that I'm about to mention, I'm like, I can relate to that in almost every way. And that example is Edward Scissorhands. Now, if you haven't seen that movie, wait till Christmas time to watch it, because near the end it kind of takes place during Christmas time. But, I saw the movie, and it was quite tragic. It ended very sadly, and it almost made me cry near the end, because basically, like, throughout the movie, Edward has, like, these scissors for hands, and he kind of puts them to good use. He's got talent with them. He can shape some shrubberies. He can cut hair. He can cut string. He can do all these things with his razor sharp scissor tip fingers. And people see how well talented he is with that, but they begin to take advantage of him and ask him for favors to use those hands for things that only they would want. And, over time, people got jealous. Things began to just fall apart. And near the end, he goes back to being alone, just secluded in his maker's castle, all alone, once again. And he feels he's better off there. And that's where he is for the rest of the time. And, I saw that. I'm like, it's kind of like me, if people are going to be upset at me, after I say no to them, I just feel like I'd be better off alone. If people are going to use me, then maybe I shouldn't come out. But that would lead into the quote-unquote therapy session of coming out of your turtle shell, coming out of your comfort zone. And for something you really want, there's always a price to pay. And for me, I want to unleash my kindness, and that would mean coming out of my comfort zone. But this isn't about me, all right? I'm just setting an example, and I'm pretty sure that whoever's listening to this will feel the exact same way, who have been through similar situations where they are only being used and the friendship is not genuine. All right? What is that noise? Sorry. I thought I heard something. But, yeah, it's a very dangerous world out there, really. But when you hear people whom you really, really trust, when you hear friends or family or coworkers or whatever, when they hear them say, I'd love to use him or her again for this and that, they'd be excited about it, and they actually compliment you for your talent. At least, they're not meaning that they're going to take advantage of you. They mean that they really like what you do and you like what they do in return. The friendship is full of equality, and you get along so well because you both have something in common. You both have the same gifts, and you're both putting it to great use by collaborating. That's the way to do it. So, if you feel like someone is taking advantage of you, just remember, say no. Tell them the truth about how you feel, and if they're upset about it, that's their own fault. All right? Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. And, I hope I made it clear, and I hope that this is something that we all may agree on. If you have any thoughts about it, say something in the comments below. And in case you missed my video about people pleaser problems, the link to that is in the description below. And have a nice day.